Hey, deadly discoverers. Welcome to Fear Friday. First day of the school holidays. We are going to run our school holiday program. So we are kicking off with Fear Friday. What is fear, Beck? What is the description of fear? Oh, good question, Leah. So fear is actually an emotional response to either a real or a perceived threat. So it's a natural survival instinct for us. So it's something that we can't help when we are fearful. Yeah, fear is very, very real.
What are some common fears, things that people are afraid of?
So there's lots of different fears out there. Some of the more common ones, Leah, are flying, enclosed spaces, spiders, dogs, public speaking. So in America, public speaking is listed as one of the top most common fears. Snakes, and that's basically why we're here, and what we're doing is trying to get people to not be so scared of snakes.
Do you know what the fear Phobia is?
Phobia. I would say that's not a very common one.
Not girls in bunny ears.
It's not girls in bunny ears. What was it again?
Phobia.
Phobia. Oh, maybe something you guys could look up at home and get back to us, find out what the phobia is the fear of.
What about phobias? What's the difference between a fear and a phobia?
So there is a difference between a fear and a phobia. So a phobia is when avoidance behaviour comes in. So you might have a fear of flying, but you're still gonna book that flight. Not at the moment though. You're still going to book that holiday and get on that plane. You just might need to pop a couple of tablets, a couple of Valium to chill yourself out so that you can get there. But if you had a true phobia of flying, you would book a holiday that didn't involve a flight. You would just avoid it altogether. So that's the big difference between fears and phobias.
Are we born with fears?
No, well, actually we are born with two fears. So two fears are innate. Do you know what they are?
What are they?
So the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. And you might see that in little babies. It's called the startle reflex. So those two fears, yes, we are born with, but every other fear is a learned response.
So what happens when fear strikes us?
When fear strikes us, what does happen? Let's just have a little play around. So I know you are absolutely terrified of snakes, aren't you, Leah?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Terrified.
Well, guess what's under here? Whoa!
Oh my god.
Okay, so what has happened to you?
I've frozen.
You've frozen. Did you do anything else?
I jumped.
Jump and freeze. So that is the first stage of fear, okay? Your brain has just sent a signal to your body to react, okay, with jump or freeze. That is the first stage of fear. Okay, you cannot help that. That just happens naturally. But what happens next?
Flight.
Okay, come back, Leah. Don't run away from the snake. It's really quite a friendly little green python. So, flight, what's the other possible?
Fight.
Fight.
Put 'em up.
So, flight or fight are the second stages of your fear response, okay? So what has happened now is, initially you had that freeze response, your brain has sent out chemicals, now it's sent out little messages to your nervous system. So your limbic system has been activated. Guess what that means? That means up here, you're no longer capable of dealing with a situation rationally. Okay. So flight may not be a bad option with a snake. If it's safe to run away from it, you can. Much better off to slowly move away. But fight, do you want to get into a fight with a snake?
Not at all.
You really, really don't. That's when people get into trouble. So about 90% of snake bites are when someone has chosen to engage with that snake. So they've gone into that fight response and felt the need to sort that snake out. Really not a good thing to do.
No, not at all. So why do people fear snakes?
I'm not talking to you anymore until you take the bunny ears off.
Fair enough.
Alright, so why do people fear snakes? There's a few different reasons. People think that snakes are going to attack them, they're going to bite them, that they chase people, that they're aggressive animals, and none of those things are true. So, what we want to try and do here is replace fear with knowledge.
So a lot of people are really worried about getting bitten by a snake. How many people do actually get bitten in Australia?
So in Australia, we are home to over 25 million people, and out of 25 million people, the average is up to around 3,000 people per year that have actually reported to hospital thinking that they have been bitten by a snake. So 3,000 out of 25 million in Australia. Yeah, so yes, it's really not that many.
It's not much.
And out of those 3,000, the amount of people that have then gone on to actually need treatment, so they have been envenomated by the snake, is, guess how many?
I don't know, most of them, about 90%.
No, really, it's not actually that high, you'd be quite surprised. So it's only around 300.
Wow.
So that's like 10% of those who actually needed specific treatment because they have been envenomated. And then, when we talk about deaths, a lot of people seem to think, lots of people die from snake bite worldwide. Yeah, snake bite worldwide is a huge problem. In Australia, we're very lucky. It's actually only 1 to 2 people that die from snake bite in Australia. Yeah. Why do you think that would be? Why is it so low in Australia?
Well, we have a really good healthcare system in Australia, don't we?
We do. Yeah, we've got a good healthcare system. We've got people like us educating. So we've got good education in Australia. So a lot of countries don't have that. And one other important thing is we have access to antivenom. So for a lot of countries, they actually don't have access to antivenom. And even if the antivenom is there, it's too expensive for people to actually be able to afford it. So yeah, we're pretty lucky in Australia. So we've got some really good fun extra stuff coming up for you guys through the holidays. So if you want to learn a little bit more about snakes, we will be doing tomorrow is Snake Safety Saturday. So we will go through how to be safe around snakes. And on Sunday,
Scaly Sunday.
And then on Monday we will be doing some myth busting. So a lot of knowledge. So guys, just keep tuning in, follow us. You're going to learn so much through the holidays. By the end of these 2 weeks, if you watch us every day, you're just going to be full of really deadly cool facts. So thanks for tuning in, and remember, no snake is dangerous if you leave it alone.